Hello, my friends. Welcome back to English Learning Podcast. In today's episode, we are going to explore the ideas from a very interesting book called Same as Ever by Morgan Housel. This book is not only about money, it is about something much deeper. It is about human behavior. It is about why people make the same mistakes again and again. It is about why some things in life keep changing, but some important things never change. And in this episode, you will get two benefits at the same time. First, you will learn powerful life lessons from this amazing book. And second, you will improve your English listening skills with simple sentences, useful vocabulary, and natural English expressions. So while you are listening, you're not only learning a book summary, you are also training your brain to understand English more easily. I will speak slowly and clearly. I will use simple words and explain difficult ideas. You do not need to worry if you don't understand every sentence the first time. Listen again.
Every time you listen, your English will become stronger. So my friends, stay with me until the end. Because by the end of this episode, you will not only learn new English, you will also see the world with a different perspective. Let's begin. Chapter 1. The future is unpredictable, but human nature is predictable. Now, let's move into the first lesson from Same as Ever. The first idea is simple, but very powerful. The future changes, but human behavior stays surprisingly similar. To understand this, imagine you are watching history. Many things have changed. The way people communicate has changed. The way people work has changed. The technology around us has changed. But people's emotions? They are almost the same. People still feel excitement when they see an opportunity. People still feel fear when they see uncertainty. People still want quick success. People still make decisions based on hope and fear. This is why understanding human behavior is so important. Because the future may surprise us, but people often react in familiar ways.
For example, imagine a person who invests money in the stock market. When prices go up, they feel confident. They think, I am making the right decision. But when the market suddenly goes down, fear appears. They panic. They sell everything because they think the world is ending. But this same pattern has happened many times throughout history. The situation changes, but the human reaction often stays the same. And this is an important lesson. You cannot control everything that happens in the world, but you can understand yourself. You can understand your emotions. You can understand how people think. Because when you understand human behavior, you can make calmer and smarter decisions. Let me say that again. You cannot predict everything about the future, but you can prepare yourself by understanding what never changes. And this is the first lesson from Same as Ever. Small things change, but human nature remains. The future is unpredictable, but human nature is predictable. Now, let's understand this idea a little deeper. Many people spend their lives trying to predict the future. They ask questions like, what will happen next year? Which company will become successful? Which technology will change the world? What will happen with money and the economy? These questions are natural. Everyone wants to know what is coming. But the problem is, the future is full of surprises. There are things we cannot imagine today that can completely change tomorrow. Think about your own life. Maybe 5 years ago, you had a different plan. Maybe you thought your life would look completely different. But unexpected things happened. New opportunities came. New challenges appeared. And your path changed. This is normal. Life is not a straight road. It is more like a journey with many unexpected turns.
Chapter 2. Risk is everywhere, even when we don't see it. Now, my friends, let's move to the second lesson from Same as Ever. The second idea is about risk. Risk is a simple word. Risk means the possibility that something unexpected can happen. Many people think risk is only about danger, but Morgan Housel explains that risk is much bigger than that. Risk is not only something bad, risk is something we cannot fully see before it happens. For example, a person may have a good job. They may think, my future is safe. My income will always be stable. But life can change. A company can change. The economy can change. New situations can appear. The person did not see the risk because everything looked normal. This is how risk works. The biggest risks are often hidden. They are invisible before they appear. And this lesson is very important in life.
Because many people become too confident when everything is going well. They think nothing can go wrong. But history shows us that unexpected events can happen anytime. That does not mean we should live in fear. No, it means we should stay prepared. A wise person does not expect everything to be perfect. A wise person creates flexibility. They save money, they keep learning, they improve their skills. They prepare for change, because change is always part of life. Risk is everywhere, even when we don't see it. Now, let's continue this important idea about risk. One reason people make bad decisions is because they only look at what is visible. They look at today's situation. They look at today's success. They look at today's comfort.
But they forget one important thing. The world can change. A situation that looks safe today may not always stay safe. And a problem that looks impossible today may not always stay a problem. This is why we need a balanced mindset. We should not be too confident, but we should also not be too afraid. A calm person understands that life always has uncertainty. The word uncertainty means something we cannot know clearly before it happens. For example, imagine you are learning English. You study for 1 month. You practice every day. But you feel like, I am not improving. Many learners stop at this moment.
They think their effort is not working. But the hidden truth is, progress is happening, slowly. Your brain is building connections. Your vocabulary is growing. Your confidence is increasing. You just cannot see the result immediately. This is also a type of hidden risk, the risk of giving up too early. Sometimes the biggest mistake is not failing. The biggest mistake is stopping before success appears. Now, let's imagine a small story. There is a young man named Alex. Alex wanted to improve his English speaking. Every morning, he practiced for 10 minutes. He recorded his voice, he listened to English podcasts, he learned new words. After 2 weeks, he felt disappointed. He said, "Maybe I am not good at English." But he continued. After 3 months, something changed. He noticed he could understand more. He could speak longer sentences. He felt more confident. The improvement was not sudden. It was building quietly, like a plant growing under the soil. You cannot see the roots growing every day, but the growth is happening. This is why patience is important.
Chapter 3. People want simple answers for complicated problems. Now, my friends, let's move to the third lesson. This lesson is about how people think. The idea is, people often want simple answers for complicated problems. Our brain likes simple explanations because simple answers feel comfortable. They make difficult things easier to understand. But sometimes reality is more complicated. For example, when someone becomes successful, people often say, he succeeded because he was lucky, or he succeeded because he worked hard. But the truth is usually more complex.
Success can come from many things: hard work, timing, opportunity, skills, decisions, and sometimes unexpected events. A single reason cannot explain everything. Let's take a simple example. Imagine two people start learning English. Person A studies for 1 hour every day. Person B studies randomly, once a week. After 1 year, person A improves more. The simple answer is person A worked harder. And yes, effort matters, but maybe person A also had more free time. Maybe person A had better learning resources. Maybe person A practiced speaking more. Many small things create the final result. Life is usually not one simple reason. It is many small reasons working together. This is why we need to think deeper. We should not quickly judge people. We should not quickly believe simple stories, because reality often has many layers. The same thing happens with money. People often ask, what is the secret to becoming rich? They want one simple answer. They want one magic rule. But financial success usually comes from many habits together: saving, learning, making good decisions, managing emotions, having patience. There is no single button called success. It is a combination of many small actions. And this lesson is useful for English learning too. Many students ask, what is the fastest way to become fluent? They want one magical method.
But language learning is a system. Listening helps, speaking helps, reading helps, writing helps, practice helps. Small actions together create improvement. So remember, simple answers are attractive, but deeper thinking creates better decisions. Chapter 3 continued. People want simple answers for complex problems. Now, let's continue this idea. One of the biggest problems in human thinking is that we often create stories after something happens. We look at the result, and then we create an easy explanation. This is called the story we tell ourselves. For example, imagine a person becomes successful. People may say, he became successful because he is talented. But they may not see the years of practice. They may not see the failures. They may not see the sacrifices. They only see the final result. This happens because our brain wants a simple story. A simple story feels clear. But real life is usually more complicated. There are many invisible factors behind every result. A person's success is not only one decision, it is hundreds of small decisions together. A person's failure is not always because of one mistake. Sometimes many small problems come together. This is why we should be careful when judging situations. Before saying, I know why this happened, we should ask, do I really know the full story? This question creates better thinking. Now, let's connect this with learning English. Many learners compare themselves with others. They see someone speaking English fluently and think, he is naturally talented. She learns faster than me. But they cannot see the full picture. Maybe that person practiced for years. Maybe they listened every day. Maybe they made thousands of mistakes before becoming confident. The result you see is only one part of the story. The hidden work is invisible. So never compare your beginning with someone else's middle. Everyone has a different journey. Now, imagine two students. Student A studies English for 20 minutes every day. Student B studies for 5 hours once a month. At first, student B may feel productive because they studied for many hours. But after 1 year, student A may become better. Why? Because small, consistent actions create powerful results. The simple answer may be student A is better. But the deeper answer is student A built a stronger habit. This is an important life lesson. Many things that look simple from the outside have a deeper reason behind them. So when you see success, look beyond the result. When you see failure, look beyond the mistake. Try to understand the full picture, because better understanding creates better decisions.
Chapter 4: The Power of Time and Patience. Now, my friends, let's move to the next lesson from Same as Ever. This lesson is about something very simple, but very powerful: time. Many people underestimate the power of time. They want fast results. They want immediate success. They want everything to happen quickly. But many great things in life need time. A tree does not grow in one day. A skill does not develop in 1 week. A successful life is not built overnight. It is built through small actions repeated over time. Let's make it simple. Imagine you start learning 5 new English words every day. 5 words may not feel like a big achievement. 1 day does not change much. 1 week may not change much. But after 1 year, you have learned thousands of words. Small actions become big results when time is added. This is the power of consistency.
Consistency means doing something regularly. Not perfectly, regularly. Many people quit because they do not see results quickly. They say, I studied for 1 month. Why am I not fluent? But language is like building a house. You cannot build a strong house by placing 1 brick. You need many bricks, 1 by 1, day by day. The same is true for success. Time gives your small efforts a chance to grow. Now, let's think about money. A person who saves a small amount every month may not become rich quickly, but over many years, that habit can create something valuable, because time multiplies small actions. This is why patience is a powerful skill. Patience means staying committed even when results are not visible yet. It means trusting the process, not giving up too early. Chapter 5: Expectations control your happiness. Now, let's move to another important lesson from Same as Ever. This lesson is about happiness. The idea is your happiness is often controlled by your expectations. Expectation means what you believe should happen. Many people think, when I get more money, I will be happy. When I get a better job, I will be happy. When I achieve my goal, I will finally feel satisfied. But sometimes when people get what they want, they still want something more. Why? Because expectations grow. Let's imagine a simple example. A person earns $1,000 per month. They think, if I earn $2,000, my life will be perfect. Then they start earning $2,000. After some time, their mind says, now I need $5,000. The number changes, but the feeling may stay the same. This is because happiness is not only about what we have, it is also about what we expect. Now, this does not mean we should stop dreaming. Goals are important. Improvement is important. But we should understand the difference between ambition and endless dissatisfaction. Ambition says, I want to grow. Dissatisfaction says, nothing is ever enough. A balanced person can appreciate today while working for tomorrow. This idea is also connected to English learning. Many learners say, I will be happy when I speak perfect English. But the problem is, perfect English does not come overnight. If you only wait for the final result, you may miss the small victories. Celebrate small improvements. Maybe today you understand a podcast better. Maybe today you speak 1 sentence more confidently. Maybe today you learn 5 new words. These small wins matter because progress itself is part of happiness. Now, let's continue this important lesson. Many people spend their lives chasing the next thing. They think, after I achieve this goal, I will finally be happy. But when they achieve it, their mind creates a new goal, a new target, a new expectation. This is a normal part of being human. We always want to improve. We always want something better. But if we never appreciate the present moment, success can never feel enough. Imagine someone climbing a mountain. They spend years preparing. They train every day. Finally, they reach the top. The view is beautiful. But instead of enjoying the moment, they immediately look at the next mountain.
They forget to celebrate how far they have come. Many people do the same thing in life. They focus so much on the future that they forget the present. This lesson is not saying stop improving. No, improvement is important. Dreams are important. But while moving forward, we should also appreciate our current progress, because every stage of life has something valuable.
Now, let's summarize the entire book, same as ever. Today, we learned many important lessons. First, the future is unpredictable, but human nature is predictable. We cannot control everything that happens, but we can understand how people think and react. Second, risk is everywhere, even when we do not see it. Life always has uncertainty. The best preparation is building skills, knowledge, and flexibility. Third, people want simple answers for complex problems. Reality is usually more complicated than it looks. We should think deeper before making judgments. Fourth, time and patience create powerful results. Small actions repeated over time can create big transformations. Fifth, expectations control our happiness. We should improve ourselves while appreciating our current progress. Sixth, nothing is as good or as bad as it seems. Situations change.
Good moments pass. Difficult moments also pass. Stay calm and keep moving. And finally, focus on what never changes. Timeless principles are your strongest guide in an uncertain world. My friends, the biggest lesson from this book is the world will always change. New challenges will come. New opportunities will appear. But if you understand human nature, control your emotions, stay patient, and focus on timeless principles, you will always have an advantage. Before we finish today's episode, remember this. Success is not about predicting every future event. Success is about preparing yourself for whatever happens. Keep learning, keep improving, keep building yourself. And remember, small actions today can create a completely different future tomorrow. Thank you so much for listening to English Learning Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, keep practicing your English, keep reading, and keep growing. See you in the next episode.